Hello, Ladybug. What's up, babe? Alright. Salute everybody on the chat. Iraq in the building, salute. Derek Obadi, salute. What's poppin'? 5 stars in the building. The Poet Lounge, salute. David Castillo, Kilo Gas, salute. Dime a ver. Native of the Bronx, salute. Bang Bang Bully Gang. That's a fact. Free my son Magoo. Bloody Miss DNG. TGB, NYB, salute. Jorge Ruiz, salute. Peter Lopez, salute. Shout out Connecticut in the building. HFC 300, salute. Woo. John Jones, respect, Roy. Last off, what's good? Tu sabes. Venezuela Reyes is in the building. I'm saying CCO Lees, hey, shout it out. Marta Dog 83, Saludo. Says hell, what's poppin'? Mr. He gon' shoot, what's poppin'? Loyalty is everything, salute. Howard Anderson, salute. Jorge Ruiz, salute. New Orleans in the building, rap. VOE, Stretch Money, Merrick Gang to 9 Trade to the Merrick, rap. Southside. Send it to me, VOE Stretch. That's a fact, Mr. He gon' shoot. He paved the way, you know? Billy up. Yeah, I'm working on this one right here. Keefy 718. High. Jared McCaskill, salute, boy. Shout out to Lillian Wall PJs, LES. Chris Moore, salute. The Invaders, East New York is in the building. Papa Saw Money, salute. Okay, I just had a background check on movie in the report that from 7 years back. In 10 years, I got no love. Yeah, but they. Alright, we'll talk about that. Yo, remind me on that. Shine love, 9 to the shine. A-Shine 001 020. Jorge Ruiz, Demon. My phone go check. And yo, shout out, got some more phone going. Wild sight, so between 183rd and 184th, the same day. TT Balls was popping, most salute. What's popping, everybody? Yeah, yesterday I didn't come on, man, because I'm supposed to be in bed, but I can't help it. I can't stay that long in the bed like that, man. Plus, I was getting a lot of info in my DMs, and people were hitting me up about certain things. So I thought today we need to do a little lesson on the law. And I saw somebody else said something. I think it was Church Av Dan that said the thing about the background. So please remind me, because I'll probably get into it, and I don't want to forget, because if they go past 10 years and that's a factor in their decision, then that's illegal, because that means that they violated the 7-year rule. No business is exempt from the 7-year rule. No business. But we'll get into that. I broke my elbow bone, should I say. I slipped when I was coming out from work. I slipped on ice. I fell on my bone, but for a minute I was using it like nothing. Ty Boogie, what's popping, bro? I was using it like nothing, and I didn't even know I had a broken elbow. I was running around like nothing. I was still working because I did a video. on Instagram, and I was pushing the buffer machine and all that. And all that time I had a broken elbow. And some shit called bursitis. It's when you got liquid in your elbow from the impact. The elbow creates a fluid that it defends the bloodstream or whatever from chemical or whatever imbalances or whatever. It's supposed to be good for you, but it's bad for you, so they got to drain it. You know what I'm saying? It's a defense thing that your body does whenever there's a breakage or anything of that sort. So, but I ain't gonna lie, I was working with it, yo. I didn't even know that it was broke, because what happened was I said, damn, man, this has been swollen for almost 2 weeks. So when I went, they went and told me, they was like, yo, you broke it. I was like, oh, okay. They was like, you want to take care of it now or later? I said, nah, let's take care of this now. You know what I mean? Because I got things to do. Summer is coming, and you already know, man, I can't be without my training for too long. You know what I'm saying? I got to get back into my training. I like to go by the sunset and do my little thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be. Listen, with one hand, my boxing, trust me, I done fought with a broke hand. You know what I'm saying? If I could move this hand, I will show you. I done broke my hand one time. They tell you never punch somebody in the back of the head, because that's where the bone is at. That's the hardest part of the head. I'm fighting this dude, Bing, he keeps ducking. So I caught him in the back of the head, but I broke my my two joints and shit. And but I was still watching them because I kept using the jab. See, that's why the jab is important. You street fighting, a lot of dudes don't use the jab. They just come right at you. Those are the ones you got to use the jab at. When they come in, they run right into it. Beep. You know what I'm saying? That gives you movement when you want to move to the side. But this ain't a boxing lesson. Today we're in the law library. And the reason why I'm in the law library is because over the weekend I had got a document. Somebody sent me a document. And y'all know I don't do names. You know what I'm saying? I don't do names, but so they sent me a document, and the document that I got was accusing someone of being a snitch, being a rat, whatever. So I looked at the document, and then I said, hold up. All right. So I analyzed the document. On top of that, I went and looked up the site to the case, because when a lot of people use that word snitch very sensitively, and I'm gonna tell you why. Now, there's two types of, and this is gonna sound bogged out, but there's two types of snitches. There's a blatant snitch, and then there's a type of snitch that he has the potential of being a blatant snitch, but he's courteous of it. And I'm gonna show you why. So, for example, this document was saying that the person allegedly made a statement when they got arrested, but when it came time to go to trial, the person was recanted the statement. Now, for those of y'all that don't know what when you recant a statement means, that they allegedly have a statement by you, but they can't use the statement because you're not going to go to court to prove the truthfulness of that statement. Meaning, a person can make a statement, but if there's no evidence on that individual and the evidence is based upon the statement, then that individual has to come to court to verify that the statement that they have is his and is truthful. So if you recant your statement, so they say, if you recant your statement, that means that you're not going forward with what you allegedly said. Now, what made this case a little bit more interesting was that the cops in this case, all of them were found guilty of corruption, and the DAs of Brooklyn, especially for the 75th precinct, they were exonerating people that were up north doing time for bodies, robberies, all types of stuff, who were arrested, and their arrests and records came from these individuals that worked in that precinct. So now you got an individual that's up north that now he's coming home, right? He's coming home. So he comes home, he gets exonerated for his charges because they found that the police were crooked. They were doing all types of setting dudes up, this, that, and the third. So now these are all what's called, whether salute Ms. Playful, I see you in the building. These is called mitigating and aggregating factors. But it's switched around because usually the aggregating factors are against the defendant, and the defendant being one of us. But in this case, the aggregating factors went against the police because the police was found to have falsified records, had planted evidence, and had lied on testimonies and everything. Yeah, so all those factors I took into consideration while I'm reading this document, because I'm saying to myself, like, see, it's tricky. You know what I'm saying? It's tricky. See, because nowadays, you know, when you call somebody a rat or whatever, you got to have the paperwork to prove it. Like, you just can't call somebody a rat, because a rat is, like, for example, there's a difference. You call a person a rat if well, nowadays I see people call somebody a rat because let's see, I don't know, they saw an inmate, they was locked up, they saw another inmate walk out butt ass, and the lady CO was like, this dude walked out here butt ass, he disrespected me, and an inmate would be like, yeah, I saw that, that's crazy, that dude is bugged out. The other dudes behind him will be like, yo, that's ratting. You just ratted on him. But really, that's tattling. That's not minding your business. That's not rat. When the rat word came out, the rat word came for when you put someone in jail, you took away their freedom. You know what I'm saying? You took away their freedom for your own benefit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when that word came out. That word came out when you was basically an informant, or you was a person that set somebody up. Like back in the days, most of the indictments came from rats. John Gotti went down because of a rat. Salute also Boss Lee. Good looking on the donation, bro. You know, you had dudes that, you know, basically this is what they did. Their job was to take somebody down for their own benefit. John Gotti went down that way. Freeway Ricky, all these people went down the same way. You know what I'm saying? Because of a rat. So now, these are people that took people's freedoms. Their freedom is gone now because the government used them to take those people down. Boom. Now, when you minimize it, that's a fact. Papa Saw Money. I'm about to speak about that. So now, when you call someone a rat, you gotta have proof that this person either took the stand, or you gotta have the copy of the statement itself, and you have to know that this statement was truly said by this person, Billy to the Murder. I see you. Let's talk about it. If you want to come through, yo, let me know, because you know I do want to test out this little gadget over here that we was messing with last time. Let me know. Holla at your boy. You know what I'm saying? So when people use that word, they use that word for anything nowadays. Anything. But for those of y'all that looked at my live before, now you got individuals that are potential rats because of the way they react towards certain situations. You see what I'm saying? To us, they're a rat, but they didn't accomplish their ratting. You see what I'm saying? Meaning they didn't get to go to the stage to put somebody either in jail or to incriminate somebody or accuse somebody for their benefit, for their gain. But it doesn't mean that doesn't mean we don't look at them as rats. We look at them as potential rats. And guess what? We just don't do nothing around them because they got that potential. Did they put somebody in jail? They probably didn't put nobody in jail. No. Did they take a stand on somebody? No, they ain't do that either. But did they do something that gave you the insinuation that the potential of ratting is in this person's character? Yeah. And I'm not saying that about this particular situation I'm referring to. I'm just saying that in general, that sometimes people use the word rat too sparingly. Yo, I saw the dog doodle over there. Oh, why you ratting? That's ratting? Whoa. You see what I'm saying? It's got to go back to the meaning of what it was made for. Ratting was straight up you taking somebody's freedom, or you joining forces with law enforcement to take somebody's freedom. All that is in the category of ratting. Any other thing that can happen where it has nothing to do with that means that the potential may be there. You see what I'm saying? So that's where you got to look and differentiate between what people are saying. Now, when I saw this document, another thing that came to mind was who brought this document to life or brought it out, because it wasn't the person that was the person. Listen, if anybody was to say, that's a fact, Henry 4625. If anybody was to say whether if the document is true or not, it will have to be the individual that was locked up, that got exonerated, because he knows for a fact what they used against him.
how he got that time. If he ain't saying that it's because of this, that, and the third, then you cannot, or nobody can make up. Nobody can make up how you say it. Nobody can make up what this person, what got this person in the situation. Yeah, it's a fact. Jared McCaskill. So there's some people that have the potential of ratting because their reaction towards things. As for example, like back in the days, right? And this is going to be controversial as fuck right now. I already know. But I'm going to tell you like this. Back in the days, right? Dude, you to eat a dude's food. Wow. Yo, hold that down. Don't blow it up. You heard that? Dude will eat a dude. Wow. Shh. Don't blow it up, bro. Chill. Hold that down, yo. Nowadays, this is what a dude will say. I ain't holding nothing down. Dude cut me, I'm going after him. Now, here's the thing with that. I'm going to give you a situation that happened in the Ford building. It was chow time in the morning, and I was in 2 Upper. So a dude from the other side of 2 Upper had beef with my side of 2 Upper. When my side was going out for chow, everybody was lining up in the hallway. They had left the A and B gate open. So some came from that side, came through the A and B gate, came to my side, and cut dude. Wow. Told dude, yo, don't say nothing. And he ran through the A and B gate, and he ran to his side. The CO never saw nothing. So son held it down. I ain't gonna lie. Son was like, he got me. He got me. Right? And when they asked him, yo, who did it? He was like, I don't know who did it, bro. I don't know. It happened so fast, I ain't see. So they took him to the infirmary. When he went to the infirmary, he got stitched up. And then they asked him, they took him to the captain's office, like, yo. They popped up and they was like, yo, so what happened? And he was like, yo, I don't know what happened. It happened mad fast. They was like, listen, man, you gonna tell me you don't know who cut you? He's like, I don't know, bro. It happened mad fast. So they asked him, do you want to go back to 2 Upper? Because if you don't tell us who did it, we're putting you back up there. So he was like, yeah, I want to go back up there. I don't think it was somebody from the house because I'm cool with everybody in the house. He rocked them, right? So after they stitched him up, son came back. He was on my side. He came back to the house. When he came back to the house, he was like, yo, I'm going to get this nigga. Watch. And dudes was like, oh, he ate him good. Like, they was looking at his joint. It was like looking all over here and shit. Looking at his, ate him. So son waited, no lie. He waited about 3 days. 3 days he waited. He acted like he was on punk time. And guess what? Chow time for dinner. They left the A and B gate open. Son was on the other side like nothing. Like, yeah, he held that down. He lame. Son went through the A and B gate and went and cut son back. Wow. And told him, now you hold it down. He ain't hold it down. When son went over there and ate him back, Duke did not hold it down, man. Duke started blowing up the spot, bro, and got him knocked. I saw it with my own eyes. SI, rest in peace, was there. We was all there. Little Curtis. You know what I'm saying? We was all there, bro. Yeah, and he blew up the spot. A lot of dudes will say, nah, That's not blowing up the spot. I ain't gonna let nobody. But if you can't do nothing back to him the same way he did it to you, it makes no sense. Because if you fight with Duke, just because you fought with him don't mean nothing. You gotta wear that still. So unless you got a hammer on you, what sense does it make? I know you're gonna feel stupid, like I ain't just holding this down like this, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't holding this down like this. But sometimes you do. You see what I'm saying? Because look, if he would have blew up the spot on the line, he would have got transferred probably to the other side of the jail, and it'll be hard for him to get to him. And just by him having to work hard to get to him, he'll get caught and seen coming. But since he held it down, he rocked some to sleep. He made some think that he was a lame, that he's gonna hold that down, and all that time he was just waiting for the opportunity to go over there and get him back. And that's what he did. Oh yeah, that's a fact, Lord Time 978. It's a fact. See, that's why. So now when I read documents like this, I take all those things into consideration, man. I take all those things into consideration because I know how society is nowadays. Dudes be blowing it up. They're going to blow it up. They're going to think that because they fight with the dude that cut them, that they got amends, but you didn't. Know what I'm saying? You didn't. So that's the reason why, you know, I say to myself, like some people, man, some people take things to the extreme. Top of the top, Aaron Finney. What's up, April? Morris, what up? What up, big boy? You know what I'm saying? So now when I'm reading this document, I'm saying to myself, if everybody else is producing this document, running around saying this document says that this person is a rat, why ain't the person that was doing the time saying that? At the same time, if a statement is allegedly recanted, then there's no proof that that statement was even made. A recanted statement doesn't make that statement authentic, because its recantation eliminates its existence. Now, if someone feels that's funny style or something, then, you know, everybody's entitled to their opinion and say, oh, that's kind of funny right there. But you're making an assumption out of nothing that's fact. West Hayden and Dino City, Blue Team showing love. Shout out to Blue Team, Bobby Brown, Angel Perez, salute all the time. You know what I'm saying? So you always got to look at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the reason why when people use that word, I scrutinize the way they use that word. Some people use that word for anything. Anything. And like it was made for convictions. Nobody knew what a rat was until dudes started getting convicted by people, members of their own peers. That's when the rat word came out. Back in the 1800s and 900s, they used to call them stool pigeons. You know what I'm saying? And then it went to the word rat, because they was like, you filthy rat. And that's because the dude was incriminating someone else with his own personal gain. That's the history of it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta always check that out. Do the history on ratting. You know, there's a history on ratting. That's a fact. They could say that Judas was a rat, but they could also say that Judas was a snake. You know what I'm saying? Jesus was shining. Jesus had the attention of the people. He became a threat. They used Judas to trap him, and he ratted on him. Punch that like button on your way in, man. Let them know you up in here. This is WAP City up in here. We let them know we up in here. Make sure you thumbbell that punching bag, you heard? Give it a 1-2. You know what I'm saying? Bing, bing. Make sure bing, bing. Make sure it gets that jab. That jab stay in their face, you heard? That jab stay in their face, you heard? But nah, know what I'm saying? So those papers ain't enough. It's not enough. This is not enough on that paper, period, to my effect. If anything, everything around it goes against it. Nothing solidifies it. Everything around it goes against it. So we're dealing with a document that is only creating. And that's what people do a lot of times. And I've seen this happen in the States so many times. Dudes will take paperwork and they'll make a copy of the top part of the paperwork. Then they'll take the stamp from somebody else's paperwork, and when they make the copy of the front page, they take their stamp, put it on there, run it through the copying machine. Then you got a whole page. So people are like, oh, and they got a stamp on it, bro. No. I want to feel that stamp. If that's a true and exact stamp, I want to feel it. Because whether it's your Rosario material, whether it's your 3500 material, whatever it is, you're going to get the originals. That's your stuff. Now, if you got a lawyer's going to have the originals because he represents you. So he represents your stuff. Rat hunters up top always find them rats, and they always get it right. It's a fact. Shout out Mario Machete and them. You know what I'm saying? You had a lot of dudes like me. A lot of people will ask me, they'd be like, yo, Wildcat, how did you know when you blast Teardrop, that Teardrop wasn't no good? I said, yo, you know what was crazy? I really didn't know he was no good, but he was acting like he was no good. And he tried to play with me over the phone, try to swindle his way into some time on that phone. So I blasted him. Next thing you know, his case was all over the news. He raped a 13-year-old girl and then burnt the body in a rug. I found this out afterwards. So I was like, okay, he ain't no good. Period. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, there was other individuals that I put work in them and they were rats. You know what I'm saying? But I always did the homework on them. Is this dude a rat? Yes or no? And there's some dudes that I'm putting work in that a lot of people were trying to accuse them of being rats, and they were. They kept it funky. Know what I'm saying? I remember a dude, I blasted him in downstate. It was only me and him in the yard. This is gangster. It was just me and him in the yard. I blasted him in downstate, blew his head off, 180 staples. You know what son said? I called son to the hearing as my witness, and he came to the hearing as my witness. And he said, yo, I didn't do it. So when the hearing also asked him, hold up, it was only you two out there. So how could it not be him? Who it was? He said, yo, the police in the shack did it. It's a fact. He kept it real right there. They got so mad he threw the tape recorder and all that. He shut the hearing off. He was mad as hell. They gave me 3 years in the shoe for that. On top of the other 5 I caught afterwards. Actually, other 6 I caught afterwards. You know what I'm saying? So it's bogged out how some people use the words ratting for any little thing. If a person had the potential to rat, you know what I'm saying? If a potential has the potential to rat. And by the way, me and that dude bumped together again in Southport visit. It was crazy. And they sat him right next to me. They were so mad at him coming to the hearing and saying that the police did it, that when we got to Southport, they called us both down for a visit. My mom came to see me, and some chick came to see him. And we were both sitting right next to each other. And I told him, I said, yo, after the visit, if you want to avenge or whatever, it's up to you. But if I see you make a false move right here, it's a done deal. You know what I'm saying? So we left it at that, but his girl blew the spot up. She went in, he must have told her something, or the eye contact, or she must have heard me when I was telling him or whatever. She got up. Next thing you know, they took him out the pen. And he walked out the pen, didn't do nothing. But that's on him, you know what I mean? I gave him his chance for rematch. Facts. So when dudes bring out documents and papers and all that and try to say that dudes was ratting, I always look at, okay, you're giving me a legal document. So I'm looking at it. It's a legal document. So now it falls around the pretense of ratting. Okay, so I'm looking at a legal document. I'm looking at the document to see, okay, now boom, boom, boom. They saying that son says something, says this, that, and the third. But then I look at, hold up, then the police that had the case, all of them was found guilty of sabotaging cases, planting evidence, lying on the stand, all that. Okay, hold up. And so, wait a minute. So everybody's getting exonerated who this person arrested. I can't believe nothing that they say. Because it already tells you, if the man's getting exonerated, that means that these dudes were found to be lying. They were found to and it wasn't only them, it was even their hierarchies. You see what I'm saying? The things that a person has to look at before they start calling somebody a rat. That's why I took the document. I got the document somewhere over there. I took that to the side, like, nah. You need more people. Now, on top of that, this document was produced. Here goes the twist. On top of that, this document was produced by individuals who represent a banner that he has gone against. So they have been his ops all this time. So the op is the one that produced the paperwork. So you already knowing that there's an intent for the production of this paperwork. The op ain't trying to go at this individuals. So they're trying to get somebody else to do it. How you like that? And that's how people get caught up. That's how people get caught up with people saying that they this and they that, and it's really not true, because the person that's saying it is saying it in a theoretical way, or saying it with theatrics. You know, they clapping their hands. You know what I'm saying? They're like, yo, I get busy. They know I get busy. Look, this is the paperwork on son. Yo, son ain't no good. I'm telling you, man. Listen, man. People know my name. You know, get up out of here with that, man. Hop in the car, bro. You need to drive somewhere. You got too much theatrics with it, bro. If you got to try that hard to impress me so that I can believe what you got, then that means the intent of you producing this document is for me to get your side and believe with you. This way I could go against this dude because you and him is going at it. I plays chess, bro. I plays chess. Facts, Pat McCluskey. Facts, Reaper Keeper. Appreciate you, Vlado Real. Son of Sam. Nah, I didn't get to see him. Son of Sam, when I was up north, he was in Sullivan. You know what's crazy? Son of Sam was there for so long. And he was in some church thing, which was bugged out because he was Jewish. He's a born Jewish. Most hype men is not about that life. That's a fact, Jerry McCaskill. So why didn't anyone get OG Mac? Were people just scared of him? I would say that too. I mean, I would say that. I mean, at the time, if I would have seen it, I ain't gonna lie, if I would have seen it and I would have knew that was accurate and he would have came near me, I would have ate him. That's just me. I'm from East New York. I'll eat anybody. But I'm just saying, I would have ate him because I know the paperwork is there. You can't argue the authenticity of paperwork, man. Yeah. Yeah, mixed views. I'm trying to show them, man. I'm trying to show them because a lot of people, man, they so quick to call somebody a rat. I know I saw a couple of dudes on the internet that have been called rats, and you know, they saying that they not rats, so this, that, and the third. And I'll be like this. I'll be like, oh man, I mean, like, let's look at it this way. What you showed is a potential. That alone keeps me away from you anyway. So you ain't got to worry about me thinking about you as a rat. If I had anything to do with, even if one day I just get klepto and I take a candy bar, I don't want you to see me do it. Which I never do. I'm just saying, hypothetically. I don't want you to see me do it because I can't trust you, bro. You might throw me to the dirt. Yo, how about that Snickers? What? Oh, no, I didn't mean it that way. Yo, we taking it. The whole point is to get away, bro. You see what I'm saying? Jeff Money, that's a fact. East New York. New York in the building. Shout out Pink Houses. You know what we do. Caveman side. So I try to tell dudes, like, dudes be using that word like crazy. They use it all sparingly. And then dudes be producing all type of documents, and they use that all sparingly. And some people may not like an individual, and they just might just say, yo, this person ain't, I got the documents on this person ain't no good. Yo, I was here with this person, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Some dudes be like that too. Some people be like, yo, I was here with this individual and this, that, and the third. And what they saying ain't even true. Because they need to save themselves. Because sooner or later, somebody's going to be like, what, man? Somebody here been freestyling since he was up. Man, stay freestyle. Arju Jones. He said, Wildcat, nowadays people don't know the difference between a liar and a rat. That is such a fact, bro. That is a fact. D Nice was popping. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, when we consider someone as a rat, we got to take in the factors of what makes that person a rat. If we don't have those factors to connect the dots, and we may have one or two, then the potential is there. And I'm staying away from that person. The potential is there. Okay, yeah, you didn't go through with it, but you still got that potential. Because your reaction towards certain things, like I said, look, for example, I just made an example. A dude got cut on the line. He held it down. He comes back 4 days later and cuts the dude back. And the dude that originally cut him blew the spot up. And the craziest thing is I done heard people be like, yo, you cut me, I'm gonna kill you. Yo, you cut me, we gonna be fighting all the way down the stairs. I'm gonna body slam you. I'm gonna break your back. I'm gonna break your legs. I'm like, this dude been watching too much of the Hulk, bro. He ain't even green. Somebody need to stop him. Somebody need to tell him the cameras ain't rolling no more. Woo! Church and Dan. Where you at? I just saw that. At the end of the day, a real God can always see another real God, even in the crowd of wannabe real guys. You either got it or you don't. That's a fact. I like that. It's a fact. That's a fact. Because look, you didn't have a lot of dudes, man, like they were doing. I was reading on certain gangster dudes from back in the days, man, that they done made all types of movies on, and they was rapping. They was rapping. They was getting money, and anything that went against their money that they couldn't do because the police was on them, it just as much as the other rival gangsters, they had to go and do all kinds of fuckery. Excuse my language. They had to do all kinds of, all kinds of crazy stuff. They had to do all types of stuff, man, to go and say, yo, this dude here getting in my territory. Ronald McBurney, Son of Sam was in Clinton, PC. Yeah, they got all them dudes in Wendy's now. You know what I'm saying? It's always different when it happens to you. The quiet ones, too, for themselves. The loud one does it for the crowd. Big difference. Yeah. I'm telling you, man. I was right there. I saw son hold it down and get the dude back. And that ain't the first time I seen that. Like I said, I don't want to name names on here, but there's a famous person that is in the music industry that happened to him. And that's how he got it. He slept on a dude that he ate, and the dude came back and ate him later on. Because that's the reason why they say you hold it down. I mean, if you got your thing on you, of course you ain't gonna hold it down. You're gonna go right in his face. Like, what? Wow, y'all both gonna go at it. But if you ain't got nothing on you and you think you're gonna come with, yeah, but I put the beats on him. Bro. Give yourself the chance to get him back. Angel Almodovar. What are the main reasons people got cut? I ain't gonna lie. At first, it started over the phone. A lot of people getting cut over the phone. But then when the war started, then people just getting cut off GP. I saw people get cut off of GP. They were just sitting there and just got their food ate. Because it was at a point one time where everybody had to play that wall. Like, you wasn't sitting in the middle with your back to everybody. Everybody was on the wall. This is how they spend most hours of the day. John Woo. I don't want to say names, John Woo. I'm keeping it off the internet. I respect both brothers, y'all. Yeah, phones was the #1 problem. That's why people was getting cut. But I just want everybody to know, man, that when it comes to documentation, one thing they teach you in the law is that you gotta ascertain all the facts. Don't be quick to jump on something. Make sure that you do your paperwork. Make sure that you do your research. Don't be quick just to say, yo, this dude did this and this dude did that and the third. No. You got to read that paperwork. You got to see this authenticity. And you got to watch and say to yourself, why did he give me this? You see what I'm saying?
It's full.
Oh. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got to look at all. That's what I do. I look at all those factors. Why they gave me the document, what the document says, the evidence surrounding the document that I got. I want to know all that because I don't take everything for face value. I feel the stamp to see if the stamp is actually a stamp or is a photocopy of a stamp. Now I got to match to see if that's. Yo, I done had dudes give me papers from Queens and the stamp be in the Bronx. And I'll be like, yo, hold up. Yo, give me that back again. Hey, yo, ain't this Kew Gardens? So why the stamp is in the Bronx? Why the court clerk from the Bronx stamp a Queens document? Because they didn't think that a person was going to look at that. They just think, oh, it got a stamp on it. This is what it's saying. Son ain't no good. Send the wolves. And then dudes get cut or stabbed. And the whole thing about it, they weren't hot. Yeah, it's getting there, Reaper Keeper. It's getting there. I can't wait to take this off, yo. I ain't gonna lie. That's a fact, little Dave BK. Mod 8, Mod 9, 4 Main, the House of Pain. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? So, today, that was the main reason why I made this live, because I was like, yo, yeah, it is Maple Zero. I had to read that document and digest its factors. Then I'm on the internet, and I'm checking, and I'm looking at the case. Now I'm looking up the case, and then I'm seeing why it was overturned. And then I'm looking at the cops involved in it, and then I'm looking at the paperwork, and then I'm saying, oh man, that throws this whole thing off track, period. Got crooked ass cops that did this whole thing. They no good. The dude is exonerated, so he out here in the street. If anything, he's gonna be the one to say, yo, son put me in here, but he ain't saying that either. So now I'm looking at the documents and I'm saying, wait a minute. All right, so this was written by this dude, and this dude got this. It's over with. Case closed. You ever ran across the homie Eli and Twin Glock? I think Eli was up north when I was going home, and Twin Glock sounds familiar. Salute, Kev. Kev is in the building. What's popping, bro? Billy up. You know what I'm saying? So you always got to look at all these factors, man, because nowadays people use that sparingly, and especially when you're an official dude, they always want the official dude to go down because they it's just a hatred, jealousy stuff. You know what I'm saying? They see, oh, this dude's official. I got something on him. Let me show you what I got. And so you got people making judgments where the judgment shouldn't even be at. But it's not true. Yo, Cat, was Pistol Pete from Kill All Rats with Young 1B? Nah. Pistol Pete older. Pistol Pete was there probably before. who had C74 on Smash when I got there? Yo, I ain't gonna lie. One dude that had it on Smash because he was living like a king was Supra. When I got to the Ford building and I went down to 10 lower, Supra had that in the Smash. We talking about the dude had a double homicide. He was down there. He had it made. He had it made. I'm talking about it was like he was in the street. I was looking at that like, whoa, son doing his thing up in here. But I never seen him put in no work. I just seen him direct. You know what I'm saying? As far as dudes that was putting in work, you had a couple of hitters back then. You had Pitbull, you had Half, you had Little Curtis, you had S.I., you had Ja Ray, you had Sha, light-skinned Sha from the Ville, you had Fat Mike, you had Flip, Johnny, Dominican Johnny. You had a lot of dudes back then. You had a lot of dudes back then, I ain't gonna lie. Warpath, that name sounds familiar. But you had a lot of dudes back then in the adolescence that was getting busy. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like one person had the whole building on Smash. It was just certain dudes in different houses. You had Ant Live, Tankhead. I could go on. All these dudes were putting in work. MK, but MK, I met MK in the adults. And MK was doing his thing as an adult. You know what I'm saying? Good night, April D. But that's the whole topic of my segment, man. When you walk into a law library, what they make you do. Oh, Ring Dog. Yeah, I know Ring Dog. Yeah, I know John Woo. I know that afterwards. I'm talking about like late 9-2, early 9-3. Because remember, John Woo, before late 9-2, early 9-3, you didn't have that many people popping off like that. You had Batman and Robin. You had you didn't have that many heads like that. But yeah, after everybody broke out and got into the fever, yeah, Supra was in. I remember that too. John Woo be knowing his stuff, yo. I ain't gonna lie. John Woo be knowing his stuff. Yeah, they had him up there. Because you got to remember, too, John Woo, they wasn't letting nothing happen to that man. They had to protect that man because that man was fluctuating money throughout that building. J.J. Hudson, he said, what's the longest period you had with no drama? About a year and a half. Because when I came out of Southport and I went to Attica. No, when I came out of Southport, I went to Comstock. I was in Comstock for like 2 years. And I was doing my thing in Comstock. I had the lawns and grounds. I had my workout time. I jogged around the yard. You know what I'm saying? I had certain people I dealt with, certain people I didn't. And I did that for a good years and a half until one dude came. One dude I had to pluck him out in the yard, knock him out in the yard and stuff. And then that killed my little 1 year and a couple of months run. You know what I'm saying? Almost hit like 2 years. I was just chilling. Jay Cartier, you be in the Power Rules all the time. You see what I'm saying? So, shout out Detroit in the building. So you had those certain functions in there, man. Mikey B, yeah, I remember Mikey B. Mikey B was doing his thing too. He was an adult. I remember him from the adults. Yeah, I heard you do. But when you're looking at documents, man, I want everybody to be more attentive to what they reading, man. Shout out J Moneybags. I see you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch what you're reading, and you gotta make sure that it's authentic. You gotta watch the people who give you these. You gotta watch the people who give you these documents, and you gotta make sure that their intent is not to use you as a tool to get at someone that they can't get at. To do, like somebody said earlier, to do your dirty work. That's basically what it is. You're dirtying somebody's name, and you're sending somebody that's stupid enough to do your dirty work. That's like giving somebody a pair of drawers. You telling them, "Yo, bring my drawers to the laundry," and when they're there at the laundry, you saying, "While you're there, make sure the soap hits it." See what I'm saying? So, all these things are factors that I tell people when you read documents, man, you got to read these documents to the T. And a lot of people use the word rat too sparingly. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said before, if a person is in a commission of ratting and they don't accomplish what they was trying to accomplish, the potential is there. So that's why we just don't deal with that person. Can we say that person is a rat documentarily? We can't say that he has the potential to be a rat because look what he did. If he would have went through with it, this is what would have happened. What would have had to happen. You know what I'm saying? So those things just give that person a potential. But can we say that the person is actually a rat? We can't say it because who do you rat on? Like, for example, who got convicted? Who got extra time? Who got affected by this person's identification? Oh, nah, I never heard of that dude, Reaper Keeper. Yo, make sure you punch that like button on your way in, man. That like button needs some dents. I know they got some heavy-headed hitters up in here, man. Make sure that like button is getting dented up. They just never follow through. Facts, boy. They just never follow through. I know some dudes, man, they was ashamed of what they was doing. They felt so ashamed. They knew what they was doing was wrong. Oh, yeah. You talk about Leroy. Nah, I'm good with Leroy. I don't mess with Leroy. I don't want Leroy to spit out on me. Hey, yo, matter of fact, where my man at? Yo, I gotta shout out my man. I was kicking it with him early this morning. Where he at? Hold up. Where he at? Yeah, I was kicking it. Oh, here it goes. Shout out my man, the homie. That's the homie, 1090 Jake. I don't know if y'all ever seen him, check him out, 1090 Jake. Son official, man. Son good money, you heard? I was kicking it with him early this morning, and I got to meet his daughter. He got a beautiful daughter, man. Salute to his daughter. You know what I mean? Son's official. I like what he's talking about, man. So I don't really go into people's when they do their lives, I get it on my I get the notification, but I don't go everybody's live. Sometimes I see dude lives and they only have one person there, and I come through, shout it out, yo, what up, baby boy? You know what I mean? Just to give another person, you know what I mean? Because they probably starting or whatever. So I come through and be like, yo, what up? You know what I'm saying? Salute them, and then I'll come out. You know what I'm saying? If you tell on a pedophile or you a rat, if you tell on a pedophile, you a rat? Dude is a pedophile, bro. You know what a pedophile is? He's a gremlin. So I don't know if I'm telling on him. I think what I'm doing is I'm going to eat his food. There's no need to tell on him. He's a pedophile. He get his food ate. That's what I did to Teardrop. That's what I did to John Royster. Y'all know John Royster? He jumped off a tree and tried to beat up a pianist in Central Park. And then he raped another lady, and then he killed some lady that was closing her dry cleaning place. He got it right here. I know his pops is probably, if his pops is watching, his pops is tight, but his pops is in jail for rape too. Know what I'm saying? If I know the dude's a pedophile, man, I'm gonna try to sneak me one in there, you heard? Because you know what they do, they protect them dudes. I don't know why. They be protecting them dudes. The minute I cut that dude, John Royster, they moved me out of NIC. They sent me to back to HDM. No, from NIC, they sent me to OBCC because they had closed HDM. Hey, yo, hit my DM, Almighty DTR. For those of y'all that already, because I already got about 8 payments already. Y'all sure should be coming soon. Y'all should get them sometime next week, in the middle of the week. And anybody that's making orders, just Ladybug, she got it up there. Just hit my DM or hit my email and let me know.
No, email for the sizes and
email for the size
and the address.
And hit my DM for the price. Is this? Hold up. Let's see here. Yeah, John Woo. I was so proud of him. Palada, is it snitching if you letting the law know how other inmates getting shit in like cell phones or drugs in prison on YouTube? I would say yeah. I would say yeah, because if you start telling them how to do, I mean, that's kind of self-explanatory. If you start talking about things that are still being done to this day, and you go on YouTube and you start talking about how those things are being done, hell yeah, you're right. Because remember, you're giving law enforcement information, and they use that information as knowledge so that they can go and incriminate someone, arrest them, and they could get more time for that. That is snitching all day. You see what I'm saying? That's snitching all day. That's why I don't talk about, I don't know nothing about no phones. I don't know nothing about none of that other stuff. None of that drug shit, none of that. I don't know how none of that comes in. I don't know nothing about that. I can only speak about the things that I've been through in my past. That's it. I can't talk about like um what dudes are doing and how they doing it. That's hell yeah, you up here, you telling. Whatever someone did in their past that they can't be arrested for because either the statute of limitations is up or it's of no merit to the law enforcement, that's all good money. But if you up here talking about, how dudes getting stuff in and all that, I don't know. That's a little too much, you heard? Even if CO's doing it, I don't know. I'm just saying that that's all. That's telling though there because now that CO's risking his life. He's hustling or whatever, and now you're gonna put him in jail. You taking his freedom. That's all in the rat things. All in the rat. All that goes on. All that is goes around the rat stuff. All that. That's all included. Okay, okay. Hit my DM. Let me know where you at, Scrap. Um, Big Dank Dread. Hit my DM, Wildcat555. Hit me in my DM. Or my email. My email's up there too. I'm on the west side though. Everybody keeps saying that. 60 days in, 1738. Yeah, I'll be knowing. Little Dave BK. I saw that 60 days in, man. I was bugging out. I'm like, yo, Cat, the dudes on YouTube, especially prison channels, watch out, homie. Make sure you watch their videos. Oh yeah, yeah. I watch a lot of people videos, man. And one thing about having studied law for so long, man, is that I know the things they can and can't do. And they know that to try to get me on some fugazi is just gonna waste their money and their resources. Because I'm gonna make sure that they spend money and I'm gonna make sure that they use them resources. You're gonna come after me. Because I'm definitely not gonna do myself dirty. So you have to work extra hard. Extra hard. You have to cough up that bread. I'm not gonna let nobody on my side get no bread. Because I don't do lawyers. I'm my own lawyer. You need to get a call-in line, bro. A call-in line. I mean, matter of fact, if somebody want to holler, let me know because I could put you right in here. I could put you in one of these things, and I will have you on the screen right here. Facts, John Woo. Yo, John Woo be knowing his stuff, man. I ain't gonna lie. John Woo be knowing his stuff. Shout out Pink Sugar. I see you, Pink Sugar. You know what I'm saying? But let's make sure that we get our facts straight, man. Whenever, yeah, they could do a one-on-one. All they gotta do is send me their link. Cause I remember when let me see something.
What are you trying to do?
Let's just copy the clipboard, copy, exit out of here. And I think you put it in here.
You put the link in.
Paste. Yeah, anybody trying to get on, man, that's the link right there. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is hit that link, and it'll alert me over here. I guess it'll let me know what's up. Oh, that's my man. That's the WAP City bouncer right there. You know what I'm saying? Basically, my bouncer, he got my back tonight. Cause you know what I'm saying? I ain't want to be against a brick wall like that. You know what I'm saying? So I decided to bring the samurai out. That's a samurai cat right there. WAP City's representative. Which was more violent, the island or up north? I'm gonna say the island, man. I mean, up north got busy too. Don't get me wrong, because up north, what happens is that it depends on the jail you go to. It was getting on and popping, but the island, you ain't had no room, and up north, you got a little bit more room than you do on the island. You know what I'm saying? Irish Killer. It's getting better. It's getting better. Brad Hauser, what's popping, Brad Hauser? Mike High said my uncle told me about Cat in the early 90s, but he didn't. But he didn't know exactly who he was. But after Cat came on social media, I'm sure he was talking about Cat. Yeah, he had to be talking about me in the early 90s. That's a fact. John Doe the Great, 2400 130. Yeah, the island was more violent because you didn't have no room. It was like it's like putting a bunch of killers in a box. Upstate, you have room. You know what I'm saying? Dudes are going to the other side of the jail, getting dudes in the yard, hiding knives in the grass, in the dirt, in some jails. You know what I'm saying? And all kinds of stuff. So it was different. More emotions be flying around in the counties with yeah, that's a fact. Good night, Morris Smith. Thank you for coming through, bro. Facts. Punch that like button on the way in, bro. Let them know who you be. But part of understanding the law, should I say, is understanding how it's applied. And after you understand how it's applied, then the next thing you got to look at is strategy. You know what I'm saying? Strategy is important to look at because strategy is the game plan of how they're either going to get you on or off those charges. Which up north facility was the worst? I mean, I ain't gonna lie, Attica ain't no joke, but yeah, Reaper Keeper, Attica ain't no joke because Attica, you could blast somebody and they'll put y'all both in the box and then they'll put y'all back on the gallery again. So when you think it's over, it ain't over. They're gonna put you back up there again and y'all gonna go at it again. But Auburn, everything goes through the yard. So you liable to get caught out there in that yard because everything goes through the yard. So Auburn, that's why I went home from Auburn. Oh, hold on, wait. Wait a second. I just noticed something. I forgot. See, where's where's Miss Blackfoot? Is still in it? Oh, I see it. So let's see. How do I do this now? Oh, it's not even giving me the option.
Did you right click on her?
Yeah, nah, it's not giving me the option. Yo, tell I got her, yo. Cause I'm on StreamYard, so StreamYard is different. Oh, okay, hold on. I got somebody up in here. Hold on a second. Add to stream. Where he at? There he is. Where you at? DT, I see you now. Hold on. There he is.
Yo.
What's poppin'?
Yo,
What you up to, bro?
Salute. You know with the kids and all that.
Yeah.
How's everything?
Where
on
you
your
at?
side?
I'm chilling.
I'm in Long Island, you know.
Oh, you in the island?
Yo, so
Yeah, shout out to the island.
yeah, so yeah, but you know, East New York.
That's a fact.
But what's it called? I don't know how it is. A lot of niggas be on here talking that rah-rah shit, and nigga, I just support everything that you're doing. Just keep and let these niggas know that this jail shit, it's just not the way to go. The way you doing it, just stir these boys away from everything you went through. Hopefully, it opens their eyes to see that that's just not the way to go. Everything, all the stories that you put out there, all the tales from the WAP side. Hopefully, that just puts a little fear in these young kids' heart that, like, damn, I don't want that. You know, we want to make sure our kids don't have to go through what we went through.
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. Yeah, I appreciate that. You heard?
Yeah.
Appreciate that. What's up with the kids? How the kids doing?
Yeah, I got all three. My son is sleeping right now, but I got the twins right here running around like fucking Tarzan in the jungle and all that.
Yeah, send them my love. Yo.
Yo, no social media, nothing like that, but I got those t-shirts because to see what you started off with, the designs that you went through and what you got now, man, you leveling up. And I gotta show that support, man. Like you, especially from East New York, Richmond Hill, East New York, man.
That's a fact, Richmond Hill, East New York. You know what we do. Big houses in the building.
Jamaica Ave, Elton, Highland Park, stand up, bro.
Ooh, that's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact, bro. Well, he in the hood. That's a bet. Yo. Just hit me in the DM. I got you on the I'm gonna send the email.
And you tell me what I gotta do. Well, man, I just want to let you know I salute everything that you're doing is 100. Yeah, man, I just want to show that love, boy.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I send my love to you and the family, bro. Stay up, man. Stay positive like you is, man. Stay an example too, man.
Whoa.
We need more examples out here.
And also, let them know ain't getting a job, nothing whack about it. Okay, if you still standing on the corner in 2020 and you still over there trying to get your little nickel down, man, level up. Do some, earn that, get your little benefits, get your little 401k, get your little investment going so that in about 15, 20 years, you gotta do your family. There ain't nothing cool about standing on the corner and doing all this, and now you end up in jail. All these kids that say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be there for you," they over here messing with your girl while you up top. Man, all that shit is whack. You need to go
That's a
support.
fact.
And ain't these kids out there? They got kids from different baby mamas that ain't supporting their kids. Man, man up. Take care of your
Facts.
kids. Take care of what you got to take. Over here looking fresh and all that, trying to look cool, brand new sneakers, but can't even buy their kids Pampers. That's just whack, son. You need to stand up and go get a job. Even if
Facts.
you're making a little money or whatever, get a 401k. Man, do something right. Make sure that your kids got a medical. You know, these kids out here, they trying to milk the system, trying to get on and do all this. And I'm not hating on it, but earn your money. When you go to sleep at night, you like, damn, I earned it. That right there is everything. All right?
Facts. That's a fact, bro. Salute, Almighty DTR in the building.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna let you go, but you already know what time it is, bro. Like, just keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna hit you on the email so I can with the t-shirts and all that. But yeah, man, I just want to let people know, you know, this and that, you know.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Yo, shout out to you and your family. You heard? Send anybody my love, bro.
Keep doing. Get that, bro. Just so you can see what type of little chicken nuggets I got over here. What type of little Hey, what's up?
Hey, yo.
What's up? What's poppin'?
Hi, beautiful. Hi.
Yeah, those are my little girls and all that.
Yeah, hey, yo, God bless you, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, they beautiful, you
that, man. So, thank you. I appreciate he's sleeping because he got school in the morning. But yeah, man, just keep doing what you're doing. That's all I can say. Just keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna support you, and I'm gonna be on there every live that you got. I'll be on there saluting you, because man, you somebody I look up to. I look up to somebody that came from the bottom and doing something himself. No handouts, none of that. Like straight up. I appreciate everything that you're doing, and I'm gonna try to support every way that I possibly could.
I appreciate you, man. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you and that beautiful family, man. And thank you for being a positive representation, man, what men's supposed to be like. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Facts. You welcome here anytime.
I appreciate that, Chad.
I got you.
I appreciate that. So look, I'm gonna let you go. Just keep doing what you're doing, and I'm gonna support whatever way I can. And shout out to Ladybug, because she's there for you. And that's what's doing. She right there with you, and that's hard to come by, man. It's very hard to find a female that's gonna be right from the start to finish, from the bottom. It's hard, but you blessed, and I can only salute to you and her. I just appreciate everything that you're doing, and man, just keep it up.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it, yo.
Much love, yo.
Salute, boy. Ya tú sabes. Yeah, shout out to my boy. Shout out to my boy. Shout out to my boy DTR, man. You know what I mean? I appreciate that, man. I like to hear that sometimes, man. Make sure I'm doing the right thing, man, and make sure I'm on the right path, you know, because at the end of the day, this has always been a we thing, you know what I'm saying? And by this being a we thing, you know what I'm saying, it's what make this even better. It's not just a me thing. I mean, I'm showing me and my growth, you know what I'm saying, but at the same time, I'm seeing the people's unification of growth, and that's what means more to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's right, Tony Starks. Loyalty is everything. That's a fact, Ladybug. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I appreciate. And anytime anybody want to cam up, man, just hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, salute Kobe, man. You know, salute Kobe, and I hope Vanessa and them is doing okay. You You know what I'm saying? I hope she keeps her head up. She stays strong. You know, shout out to the Kobe family, the Bryant family. You know what I mean? You know, they're going through some tough times right now, but you know, God tests us in some of the most harshest ways. And we don't like those tests, man, but it's unfortunate. Kenton salute, Wildcat from Thomas Jefferson. Ooh, Thomas Jefferson on Blake. Salute, Pratt. You know what I mean? So what the if it's Blake? Whoa, I don't know. I saw some crazy just now. Hold up. Oh, okay. Nah, you allowed to do that because you know this ain't the chat for that, man. We here, we unified over here. So you know, shout out Miss Playful, man. Miss Playful, I'm getting that back. I just gotta figure it out because I'm on StreamYard, so it's different than from YouTube. But I'm gonna figure that out right as soon as I get off. And you know, it was harder for me to put a couple of people back, but now I think over here is more easier. But shout out Miss Playful, man. Miss Playful official, man. Miss Playful, you know, is not a bad person, man. So let's not treat her like that. Now, I mean that goes for Spanish and Black, Venezuela Reyes. You know, every parent should be ashamed to say, "Yo, my son is in jail." My mom went through all those years I was locked up. My mom was like, you know, she was really going through it. My mom, I stressed her out. There was times when she couldn't see me because I lost my visits. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot on the parent, man. It's a lot. You know what I mean? But I just want to say, man, salute, shout out to the chat. You know what I mean? Shout out everybody in the chat. And I want to make sure that everybody in here, we all got love for each other. Yeah, live from 718. Yeah. I want to make sure we all got love for each other because I'm telling you, my wrenches ain't playing no games. If a person comes up here with that negative stuff, he getting shot. So I don't have no control of that because I left somebody in control of that. So they already know how she do. So if somebody come up here on that other stuff, they ain't gonna last too long. But like I said, I want everybody to make sure that you keep your head up, that everybody knows that we are growing, we're getting bigger and bigger, and everybody know that we're gonna keep it real. And salute to all the real, bye to all the fake. The law is the law. Understand it before you preach it. Understand it before you say it. You know what I'm saying? And basically, we out.
just like the sound. Just like the sound. Just like the sound.